Apologies for the delay, but I haven't been well. So, here we are with number 2 of round 2. You know what I mean. The second round of the deduction experiment with writing. Today's sample was sent in by Mick Wilson. He sent me a photo of some handwriting. He sent me this photo. And yeah, the questions were, I have them here, who wrote it and which is the lie? See, this is fun. Now, for all mentalists, psychologists, policemen, judges, lawyers, whoever does the lie detection business properly and genuinely, you will all know, just as well as I do, just how difficult it can be. There's so much information going on with and so much information to keep track of to successfully spot a lie. Here, we have not even the person to look at. I'm a fish out of water trying to develop a baseline for this, because this is the first time I've ever seen any kind of handwriting, and it may not even be Mick's yet. I must admit, the first time when I saw this, as I was getting the emails through, I was like, no idea how I'm going to go about this. However, when I sat down, thoroughly examined what was there, these are what the deductions I've made. Sorry, that was almost a terrible sentence, so I cut it off right then and there. Now, you will notice that there has been great care and attention made to the layout of this. Each individual statement has a line between it that shows that great care and attention has been paid in when writing this, so that maybe consciously he was aware of not giving away obviously which one the lie was. Now, there are two pairs here of sentences that share the same sort of syntax basis, and that is that 2 start with my and 2 start with I. Now, granted, based on the context of the sentence, there is a lot of information given within the 2 sentences that start with my. Okay, so first of all, before we get into this, actually thinking about it, probably best to explain to you, and Mick as well, because you'll be watching this, but to explain to everybody else that there are no clear tells in graphology or any of the affiliated fields. Granted, most people don't even really believe in graphology. So if you treat it more as a pictographic demonstration of their personality at the time, and don't start worrying about all the really serious stuff like trizonal dynamics and loop quadrants, all the rest of it. You treat it as is. It's even more difficult to recognize sex, gender, via handwriting. However, this, in order to have someone who's a father of who has a father who is 70, maybe, coming up, and children that are 16 or 20, this points to a person of a specific age. Now, granted that there has been such care and attention paid to this, you would expect, and this is just through observation of a lot of handwriting, that most female handwriting is it's very pictographic, it's large, it's bolder than life, in that the lowercase letters often invade the height of what you would expect a capital letter to be, and so forth. You wouldn't expect as many words to be on the line as there are. And so I would also say that it's been written on an A4 notepad he bought from Staples, Ryman, somebody like that. But in giving away, that's probably giving away my thoughts. I think Mick is actually the person that's written this, and he's taken great care and attention to be able to do it. Let me just say that I know he's a magician mentalist of sort of some reputation. So first of all, yes, let me go back to what I was previously saying. The my statements contain a lot of given information, yeah, and I would say that based on the space between the writing, space usually signifies spending too much time in relation to your own thoughts in your head, and you would typically do that when telling a lie. There's a lot of detail. I would say that both my dad celebrates his 70th birthday in November and my children are 16 and 20 years old. I would say that they're true. I would say that they are the true statements. Now, when you begin to look at the I am allergic to cheese and I failed my maths exam, what steps out here is the no contractions in the I am allergic to cheese, and also there is a spelling mistake of allergic. Now, a lot of the times this would signify two tells towards possible prevarication. However, you have to take into context here that I've got no baseline to base this on, and every now and again when you come across people who just spell something wrong, it happens. It happens to me, it happens to you, it happens to everybody. Everybody. Nobody's perfect. However, my salient point here is in the ownership of the sentence. I think that based on the fact that he's stated in this that I failed my maths exam, Mick runs a second-hand magic mentalism page in which he sells on a lot of his produce. You never see any maths-based stuff come through there. So also, if that's the case, then he would be statistically most likely. Then he would have thrived in one of the other arts. Most likely would be music, and yeah, everybody's a fan of music, but I'm saying he would have played, or at least know how to play, maybe a few years ago. This is a bit off topic. But, most deductive, likely aspect would be a guitar. So yeah, I would say based on the non-contraction and the spelling mistake that he's not allergic to cheese. I'm saying that the lie is I am allergic to cheese. This is so terrifying because I'm going out on a limb. I've got nothing to work off here. There's so minimal information to go on. Let me know what you think, mate.